Greetings, and welcome back to the Tales from the Crypt review series. I am the Crypt Keeper, and now your host, Scotty.
Hello, thank you, and welcome back to Tales from the Crypt review series, episode 2 of season 1, and all through the house. And if you couldn't tell, it's a Christmas episode. So, I don't really know the actors in this. I know one actor, the guy who plays the stepfather, Joseph. He was How's It Hangin' Phil from Child's Play 2. So, yeah. As soon as I saw him, I'm like, how's it hanging, Phil? Love that line. But yeah, so the story is that this woman has had enough and she kills her husband, who is the stepfather to her child. And as she decides to go to get rid of the body, there's a story that someone broke out of the mental institution and has stolen this Santa costume and is going around the houses killing people. And it happens to show up at this house. This woman is one stupid bitch. I'm telling you, she's so stupid. First thing she does after she kills her husband, her daughter comes downstairs. She goes up, tucks her back into bed. The daughter doesn't see anything. Then, first thing she does is she calls someone that she's working with to tell him that she did it. But he doesn't answer. So she leaves a voicemail. Now, it's vague, saying, I did it, it's ours, all the money. You know, she doesn't say specifically, I killed him, but she says, I did it, money's ours, everything. But she basically confesses right there on a voicemail message. That's evidence, woman. And then, right, so she goes to dump out this body. And the news story starts airing. She's not paying attention. She goes outside to dump the body. Husband's still alive, so she has to beat the crap out of him to kill him again. And then the evil Santa Claus shows up. And she freaks out. And she runs back into the house, which is locked at first. She gets back in. She calls the cops. First thing she does is call the cop, because instinct. And she starts to tell them what's happening. And then she turns out and sees the dead body of her husband laying out there. And she hangs up. And she doesn't think till later oh, no, officer, not me. She doesn't think till later to say it was the freaky, weird guy that killed her husband. Would not make a sense. The crazy guy breaks through her door and attacks her. She grabs his axe and she hits him with the dull side. The back of the axe, clunks him in the head, knocks him unconscious. Then she decides to frame her husband. To frame the guy for killing her husband, she goes out. She hit him point blank with the fireplace poker. But here she can't even hit him with axe. And she's doing the whole Rose from Titanic look away. Does the first time, and she misses this side of the head. She goes does it again, and sees the other side of the head. And then she finally hits him square in the head, and runs back in to call the police. But she's still stupid because her fingerprints are on the axe. Hello? How are you going to explain? Yeah, they'll believe that it's him, but then they'll run the prints to get the guy's name, and her prints will be on there along with the guy's who's holding it, which I think he's wearing gloves, so it wouldn't work. So she runs in, she calls the cops, she starts to explain what's going on, and she looks out and she sees the axe is no longer on her husband's head. So she freaks out, she tells the cops where she lives, and then she gets locked in a closet. And she realizes that this crazy Santa Claus is climbing upstairs. It's going to go inside the open window. The window she left open in her daughter's room because her daughter said she was too hot. And, yeah, as soon as they opened the window, I remember the first time I watched this. She opened the window and I'm like, okay, something's happening with that window. They wouldn't show her opening the window. Something's happening to happen with that window. And that's why sometimes, you know, TV shows can get you TV shows and movies can get you, like, they blatantly show something happening. You're like, okay, that's got to come into play. It's like a wrestling match. They set up a table. You know that at some point during the match, that table is going to get used in some way, shape, or form. And it's the same thing with that window. So the Santa Claus will come out the window, and this kid is as fucking stupid as the mom is, because she's like, come on, Santa, come on! I want my presents, come on, Santa. Little girl, you stupid little girl, does that look like a Santa you want in your house? No. This guy looks crazy. He's all messed up teeth and crazy stuff. She finally gets out of the closet. She runs upstairs to her daughter's room. And her daughter's downstairs. And she's like, it's okay, Mommy. She's like, I let Santa. And they show the Santa. She's freaking out. And the whole last part of this episode is just her just screaming, ah, 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 ah. And I'm just like, I'm touching the scream. And then the creepy guy says, like, naughty or nice. And it ends, okay, now I said that the Crypt Keeper scared me. He's got Santa Claus prosthetics over his face. When the episode first starts, I went, yeah. It didn't scare me, it just kind of made me jump. I'm like, yeah. Because it's jarring when you're used to that, and you get Santa Claus prosthetics over his face. And he's still a little serious, but this is when he starts his one-liner. I think the pilot, they went basic. Here, he's actually starting his one-liners. I don't remember what it was, but here, and at the end, they show the prosthetics underground, and he, outros the show. So, yeah, not a bad episode, but today is stupid as fuck. I'm serious. She is one dumb bitch. And looks like her daughter. Oh, by the way, the Crypt Keeper specifically says that the daughter was not harmed because the killer preferred older women.
What? It was a joke.
Sure. Well, that's the second episode, and all through the house. And it's a pretty good episode, but that lady is stupid. So, yeah, so what are your thoughts on this episode? Leave them in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty.
I'm the Crypt Keeper.
We'll see you next time.